Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and just did the roll, and we're doing piano again. Yay! Now, I don't mean to make that sound like a bad thing. It's not. Just saying. Piano. So let's have a quick look at the basics that we still have yet to pair with Fueled Berserk. And we've come a long way. We've gotten through most of them. We're going to be staring down the Chaos Arcana pretty soon here. So what is left to do? I think we've done all the Earth, all the Fire. We still have Air Spinner. We've done all the Electricity, and we still have Ice Dagger before the Chaos Arcana. Alright. Definitely not bad, and I think I want to save Ice Dagger for later, because I have a feeling as to how that's going to work out. I may or may not be wrong about it, but I'm... sorry. I'm feeling like that's going to be a thing. So, let's go ahead and switch up our basic and our signature, because we're going to try out Rapid Fire Air Spinner. I don't know how I'm going to feel about this one. Really not entirely sure on that one. But because of the nature of the beast here, I do want to go for something that either has a nice wide range or something that can help me keep control of things. See, I'm going to try not to dip into chaos too much. Not for any real reason other than I don't necessarily want to spoil the Chaos Arcana for too many people, but I think in this case it probably doesn't matter too much. Alright, so now what do we want to... I think I'm gonna go use this robe, mostly because we've done some math on this. Critical hit and critical damage effects really create an awful lot of... Pardon me. They really create an effect that pretty much makes the Awe robe one of the strongest robes in the game. Probably surprising no one, but yeah, it's definitely something to think about. Now, as per usual, we're going to be playing with the retro floor plan. I've explained why many times, but for those of you who are new to my content or aren't entirely sure what this is all about, what the retro floor plan does is it doubles the number of enemies that appear, but it lowers their health by about 20%. It does mean that the enemy damage output and how much they can tank goes up by a decent margin. So why would I put myself through that? Simple. It's worth way more money in Chaos Gems. Now, Chaos Gems is really only important at the point of the game that I'm at, when you have something like Jade's Chakra Locket or Jade's Tiara. But if you're still working on unlocking stuff, and you're feeling pretty confident in your abilities, it's a good way to get more stuff. Otherwise, it just helps out with your finances during a run, so you don't have to worry about what you should and shouldn't spend money on as much. Alright, I don't have a strong desire of places to start, so let's just go. Alright, wind, earth, and ice. Or I guess I should say water, since ice is a subsidiary of water. I think you mean it's another state of water. Shut up. Okay, so there's a good chance that I'm going to want the tapping gloves for sure, but I'm going to come back to that. I don't want to spend all my money here because there is a good possibility that Alright, that was a very interesting. Very interesting. And because you can definitely move while you're casting with the air spinners, you still have the ability to close in on enemies while you're casting, which just definitely makes the whole thing a lot smoother. Wow, that was... Yeah, that was just a chain reaction of horrible there. Let's be fair, that wasn't just like an unlikely event, that was just me playing terribly. Like, if you're ever considering, you know, should I just go charging it at enemies that have a ranged option? Yeah, quick point, no. No, you shouldn't do that. Why I did, I'll never understand. And that follows right along with one of the primary rules of playing games like this. If you need to make an escape, make sure you know where to do it to. Because, yeah, I could have come over here, but then I would have multiple enemies targeting me at once, and having aggro from multiple enemy teams is one good way to get yourself roasted. But remember, play safe, play smart, and, you know, all that other happy horse shit. Don't do drugs. Yada yada yada. What does it have to do with being a wizard? Shh. Definitely taking that. Having multiple ranged control options is definitely nice. Oh, air elementals. Why do they have to be such jerks? There is a situation where I would come back for Horned Halo. Otherwise, I think I'm good. I'm not exactly running a dedicated projectile run at this point, so probably better not to take the binoculars, because it will... Now, it says it only lowers the damage of melee attacks, but let's be completely fair here. There's a good chance that it would also lower the damage of the distortion beam, and I'm not looking to take that risk. Taking that, I was really hoping to... Alright, we've got a lot of long-range options. There's a chance that I might just go ahead and take the binoculars. Now, damage ups aren't necessarily super important for critical hit builds, but another thing that I've also said is that sometimes just a small amount of damage up can have quite the effect on your run when you're using criticals. So that counts as a projectile. That does not, and that does not. So, but they don't count as melee either. So it'll be interesting seeing what kind of damage we can do. So I'm gonna do this first because I want to essentially calculate a bunch of 5s and a 25, and then we will Alright, there we go. So I'm going to bet that it's either going to lower the damage of that one by 15%, or it's not going to affect it at all. We'll find out the moment we come across our first enemy. Damage is unaffected. Alright, sweet. Alright, so blinding binoculars overall are really good pick for this build. Well, we definitely want the blazing torch. I'm sorry, fiery paintbrush. Hell was I thinking? And we'll probably come back for the Chaos Visor for improved critical hit shenanigans. But again, that is... That is why I like to run the retro floor plan, so that you definitely have enough money for all the shenanigans that you want to So, admittedly, this is a run that's that seems like it's very much designed. But ultimately, the question is how good is Air Spinner with the Fueled Berserk? And right now, I'll say it's all right. It's not like crazy powerful, but as with other Fueled Berserk combos, the idea is that you're just getting a lot of damage off quickly in a crazy burst. And in the long run, I'd say that's perfectly fine. I would also argue, though, that this is probably not the craziest combination I've done. So whereas I say Air Spinner is an easy S-class basic, I'm not sure that the Fueled Berserk combo version of it is S-class as well. But maybe it will be now that we have the upgrade. Potentially. Who knows? I guess we'll just have to try it and find out. Now let's grab this. Honestly, not bad. And now we've got a defensive buffer. Nice. So, given everything that I've said about Air Spinner, I'm at the moment saying that this is probably an easy A rank. Like, I don't think it's like crazy must-have S tier or anything, but it definitely maintains all of that coverage, and you still get little jolts of movement with it, which I think is important. Yeah, the Fueled Berserk with Air Spinner seems solid. It'll definitely do a lot of damage to Atlas, our boy. Now, those of you who have been watching my channel for a while know that these projectile runs are kind of my personal bread and butter. You know, as is also getting landed on by a golem with a big giant just block of stone. It's just no, it's how I have fun. All right, leave me alone. My Dark Sage, I didn't know you were into sadomasochism. Leave me alone. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Range is a very important aspect of this game. You have to really be willing to. You have to really be willing to understand the enemies well in order to use melee appropriately. Sometimes it's easier said than done. When you have ranged attacks, you have at least the advantage of being able to always be able to hit enemies in an ideal range. Basically, you can keep more than, you know, an arm's length between you and the enemy, and it makes things a lot safer. Where are you guys aiming? You're all aiming at that same corner, even though I'm nowhere near it. Oh, I didn't even see that. Have anything I want to give to Nocturne. It would end up being Fueled Berserk, so if I find Fueled Berserk, that's one thing, but if Iris isn't selling it, then I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. And that's never a bad thing to have. And honestly, neither is Singing Bowl, but, you know, one thing at a time. I want to try to find this shop. Here we go. So we do have Fueled Berserk, and we can quick take a peek to see what Nocturne is willing to allow us to gamble away. You think that would make the next 2 levels easier? Yes and no. Like, I really feel like the best thing here is Shearing Chain, but because that's melee, I kind of don't want to use it. Is this Aqua Breaker? No, it's Wave Flames. Yeah, you and me both. You wanna let me pick up my dash again? Now, One of the plus sides with this is that this is one of the arcana where the upgrade to Fueled Berserk actually does something. Got up buttons again. Hello. Definitely take that. And yes, I probably should have picked up a health potion. It just kind of slipped my mind. I would say insofar, this particular Fueled Berserk, it's alright. It's nothing psychotic like Spark Contact or Earth Knuckles. But is it good? Yeah, it's workable. So I would once again say that you're probably better off just having some other supportive arcana there to work with instead of worrying about Fueled Berserk. But this certainly isn't bad. Having a good time with it, anyway. And if you ever just wanted to be full Beyblade, that's it, baby. Matter of fact, that could be a fun run in and of itself. Start with this and the air spinner, and then do your best to try to find Pinball or Cardus Prime or Storm Entourage. Those are all the rules. Wow, because I was trying to escape and my thumb slipped, I ended up wasting my signature. Right. Well, I already see a nice little synergy here, so we are going to go ahead and take it. Here's Midas. Give me the Dagger of Midas. I'll probably come back for the jewelry box because that is a beautiful synergy with the rest of the floor plan. And you may be asking yourself, Darksage, what's wrong with you? Why are you not picking up the health potion? Stubbornness reasons. Because I am pretty sure I can make it without picking up the health potion. See, I was right. Now we can grab this, which will help out with survival even further. And we have a full relic suite. That's nice. There we go. Not bad at all. That still counts as melee, so I kind of don't want to pick it up. Right now I'm being incentivized to pick up projectiles, and that's what I'm sticking to. Well, I should say either projectiles or things that count as neither melee or projectile. That was a waste of Fueled Berserk. Good job, me. Okay. Also, as much as I like Radiant Beat here, not good for what I have going on right now. Make no mistake, I do like that one. Yeah, we'll just follow it. Yes, that is why I saved my signature. See, that's another bonus that I think is overlooked with Retro Floor Plan, enough so that I didn't even care to bring it up. That is that by there being more enemies around, it's more opportunity to charge up your signature. Which, admittedly, doesn't help too much in a boss fight situation, but it is something worth bringing up since you are... God damn it, I didn't need to throw that diagonally. It's just like when I first started off playing this game on YouTube, and just about every run I had problems with my up button. Meaning I'm getting better. Make no mistake, I'm getting better, but it still happens. Where are we going? Up here. Oh, well. Thanks for that little wombo combo, guys. I appreciate that. And help. God, I'm stupid. Just kind of let that one happen. What do we have here? I am tempted to pick up Mercenary's Dagger. Yeah, there's no way it's not worth it. Now we're just looking for Anders. In this case, I don't really need any more relics unless I find something that's really good. But what I would like is a health potion. Well, as I was saying, honestly, I think I might just leave it. As much as I would like to pick up the Gloves of Gambit, I already have enough damage ups that are universal that I think I'm okay without it. Take that health potion. Pardon me. And we will save the rest of our money for... And that's how you speedrun Crush Colossus. We'll save the rest of our money for charging up the Dagger of Midas. Oh, you jerks. And hopefully you're understanding now why I said that the Blu-ray box was definitely a high up pick. Yeah, with the retro floor plan active, you get way more opportunities for synergies like that involving chaos. Well, there it is again. The game is being really pushy about this. I guess the question is, do I have anything I can drop to make room for it? Okay, you know what? We're just gonna take a chance. Now, admittedly, this run is super easy, and I'm maybe not the best test of the Fueled Berserk combo by itself, but hopefully you guys are getting the idea of how this is working out, especially in a room like that where it really just shone heavily. And now we're gonna get into a little bit of a discussion of, was that planned? No. But it sure looked like it was, and that's kind of the point. It's gonna look like it was planned because it just cleared the tiny little room out like it was nothing. And it was right as I was talking about that very scenario where the times which would be really good, it really shines. So here's the thing, Air Spinner was already good at clearing out books. You can just, when instead of having to worry about whether or not it's gonna fire up or whatever, or if you have to wait a few seconds after you get, or I guess more like some frames after the last part of the basic combo to use it again. You can just fire it up as if it were a Buzzsaw and then just go to town. That is quite strong. So why would I say it's only A rank? I say only as if that were a bad thing. And that is because there are definitely combos out there that are better, especially boss fights. But make no mistake, this is working out just fine. That having been said, this particular combination of abilities is really working well together. Or maybe it's just my already professed love of range. Yeah, whatever, Dark Sage. Next thing you know, you're going to be telling us about how much you love using the light bowgun in Monster Hunter. I mean, I do, actually. Oh yeah, how's that for egg on your face? I actually do like hypothetical work. I should say hypothetical voice, because obviously you guys aren't hypothetical. You're here watching me right now, which I do very much appreciate. Alright, so after this, we're only going to have 4 basic arcanas left, and then it's time to arrange everything into a easily digestible tier list. Yeah, so this is definitely not a weak Fueled Berserk by any means, but does it hold up? It doesn't hold up in the same sort of competitive area as Volt Rail and Spark Contact and, you know, Fisty Punch Punch. Owie. What I would say is that it does a good job. It's especially useful against mooks because of how it works. And it doesn't do bad damage against bosses. There are things that do so much better damage against bosses. Like, it's ridiculous. But that's the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. It ended up turning into a pretty crazy critical hit projectile run, and you know how much I like those. And yeah, as far as where I would rank Air Spinner plus Fueled Berserk, probably mid to high A rank. Like, it falls, in my mind, just short of that crazy S rank power. But believe me, when it comes to clearing out rooms of mooks, then it definitely earns like an S there and like a B against bosses. So it balances out into that, you know, above average A territory, if you ask me. But that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying this Spotlight series. Will I be doing this for all of the other buff arcanas, essentially? Potentially. I definitely think I want to do one for Magnetic Follow-Up and Lightning Aspect. I don't know about Calming Flow. That one, there's too many variables for that one. But we can discuss that later. I'm rambling at this point, so I once again say I appreciate you guys tuning in, and we will talk again soon. My name is Dark Sage Walker.